Hi people, today I'm going to try and talk to you a little bit about the Ascension protection and how to set it up. It's really rather easy. You use City 7 and City 8 as your storage cities. Okay, you build cities 1 through 6 up however you want them set up, but please make sure all your cities are ascended. Having an old city that's not ascended is a complete waste of time and totally useless. It may have a level 12, but you know what? That level 12 castle and level 12 rally point is completely worthless. A level 12 rally point ascended city gives you 3 more marching spots, okay, on your rally point. So having a level 12 rally point in an old city is useless. Okay, get rid of it. Ascend it. Make it a phase city. Make it your main fighting city. With the merc camps and everything else going on, you can get your city up to a level 12 again, and it won't be time at all. You really need to get rid of those old cities because they're totally useless, and you can't send new troops to them. They can't be reigned by your alliance mates in a fight. They're totally useless. You can't send new troops to fight from them. So having them around unascended is just taking up space and wasting time. Okay, back to our ascension talk. Okay, your city 7 and 8. You're going to build, when you get to city 7, you're going to build it up. And you don't need to have any knights in this city. This is my ascension city. I keep all my troops here, and I also keep all my resources here. I make sure that I keep my city safe and keep it under ascension protection. I have 9 hours, so I'm doing good. There are 2 cards that are critical to this. One is a city value card, and that allows you to get your gem point values to ascend faster with less effort. So that means you can build your city to a level 5 and ascend it within about 15 minutes with the city value card or less, depending. Okay, the city value card is an advisor, and it lets you go, and it has 1, 2, and 3 slot advisors. You can crest and get these. You cannot get these from Kabam or anybody else. You can't buy them. You have to crest for them. It's easy enough to do. 1 day of cresting, you'll have an advisor with at least 1 slot. Use that, build it up till you can get an advisor with 2 slots. Use that up, build it up till you can get an advisor with 3 slots. The next thing you need would be an advisor like a Mordred. A Mordred would allow you to build up faster, so that at that point you can use your Mordred to how did I get on a Tristan, for crying out loud? Somehow I got in the wrong throne room. Anyhow, you will use your city value card to ascend with. You use your construction card to build up to ascend. And the construction card is your speed card, and that's your Mordred. Okay? Let's see, where's my city guy at? Right here. Okay, it's a level 20. It's a two slot advisor. So at this point, I can very easily, I don't have no problem using this whatsoever. That advisor works just fine for me. Other people can ascend faster than me because they have a 3 slot advisor. In my other domain, I have a 3 slot advisor. Okay, your Mordred looks like that. It has construction speed on it. It's also unique. So therefore, you can go into the boxes we got with the jewels and put a construction speed on there. So you can actually get extra construction speed, so you can build super fast. Then once you get your castle and that up to level 5, you want to make sure you build your fields up. Your fields are most important because they give you the most bang for your value on points. They increase your ability to ascend faster. There's only 3 items, but you get more value points for those. So you can build those up to like a level 7 really quickly, and you'll be able to ascend. So always build up your fields, okay? Then you want to go in and you want to build your castle to a level 5. 5's the magic number. It keeps, they say you can't break your AP by going above level 5, but I don't, and I don't break my AP. A lot of people do. You also do not want to put knights in there and assign them any roles whatsoever. It's just a storehouse. That's all it is. Okay? So once you build up your that, then you start and you get your city. You build your wall up to level 4 or 5 and build your castle up to level 5. Okay? Once you your castle's level 5, all the things that you can build one of, you need to build one of. Your rally point, your embassy, your apothecary, your market, your let's see what else. Okay, you want to build a knight's hall, a market, a lab, a barracks, a watchtower, and a spear. Build all of those things up and then set your bots on auto build. Build them to level 5. The magic number is 5. You may not need that much. The closer you get to the Ascend tab here is when you need to apply your 1, 2, or 3 slot city value card. That will allow you to send quicker. Okay, you in most times and places you can ascend within 15 minutes from an old city to an AP city. Okay, when you get to level 5, when you get to level 5 on your ascension, like I've only got to level 2, but I went ahead and got my next city that I'm going to ascend. This is an old city. I've already got the base for it started. I get workshop to level 5, castle to level 2, that, and one more very important thing in your fields. You only need to build 2 things in your field in your old cities. You need a level 5 farm and you need a level 5 ore mine. You do not need the quarries and you do not need the sawmills. This will allow you to build all the other stuff that you need to build. You don't even have to build but 1 cottage to level 2. The barracks will let you build your tower up to and the level 2 cottage will allow you to build a tavern. The taverns and markets give you a high point as far as your ascension value goes. Okay? No. So after that, you're good to go. Okay? Once you get your AP city to level 5, make sure that your next AP city is going to be ready to go in a few minutes. Hush. After you get your AP city done and it's ready to ascend, once you hit level 6 and you're down to 1 day, I want you to go through and go ahead and ascend it. Go ahead and ascend your other city. That way you can start moving resources to it and you can move it quickly. Okay? Any questions or problems, hit me up in game and I'll be glad to explain it. I'm going to put out a written statement that follows this video. But for the most part, like I said, you don't need to put knights in cities 7 and 8 because you're not going to fight out of them. In fact, I don't even crest out of them. They're merely storehouse cities. They hold resources and that's all they do. If I need to, I can send resources out to the Alliance. I can also send out troops as reigns. And you can send your troops to another city. But all of my cities are ascended and they're all ready to go. I have, for just starters, I have a Fey city. I have a Britain city. Your Britain cities do with your blessings you can pick, and it has a blessing in there for your siege. Let's see, prioritize construction, increases construction and supply of wagons, ballista, battering ram, and catapults by 10%. That's excellent to have. Okay, so I have lots of Britain cities because I do lots of wagons. In all my cities that are going, I keep only wagons, as you see, and raiding troops. My cities are constantly sending on auto transport. They constantly send resources and troops to my AP city. Okay? So if I get hit, some idiot comes and hits me, no big deal. I keep 315 mil in food in my cities at all times. 4 mil in wood, 4 mil in stone, 4 mil in ore. Reason being is, that'll allow you to train troops and go ahead and build if you need to, but you really don't have to worry about that because it's automatically going. Set up your transports like I do here. It goes right to my AP city. It sends all the extra resources. And these big bad bullies who think they're badass ain't going to get nowhere. Because you know why? No matter what their might, no matter what their throne room, they can't get something that ain't there. 315 mil will more than feed the supply wagons and the raiding troops that I have going in my cities. The only thing they might get off of me is a little bit of gold. You know what? That's easily replaced too. And if I want to be a bitch, I can take that out and send it away. Yeah, there's a cap on it, but at least they ain't getting it. Okay? The only thing they might get off me would be a little bit of gold and maybe a throne room card. But other than that, they are not going to get squat off me. Not if I'm set up right and running. And when I'm on, my cities are all constantly transporting resources. If I'm not online, no biggie, they're still not going to get anything because my cities are set up well. You have to move your AP city once every 18 days. So on the 17th day, you want to have all your resources moved to it. So for one day, you'll have two cities that are in AP protection. One about to come out and one about to go in. Okay, with that said, you know what you got to do now. Like I said, you don't need markets in any of your other cities. Collect as many Fey and Britain cities as you can because they're your most useful cities for making your troops. Now, I do have one Druid city in here somewhere. And I mean only one because Druid cities pretty much are useless. The only thing they're good for is revival. They revive well as far as your, they revive your troops because they have the 2 apothecaries. So you can get a second build on your apothecaries if you have a Druid city. But for the most part, you really don't need it. But you can, there's also a thing in your throne room or in your inventory that you can use. Under chest, it's a divine diplomacy. This will allow you to change the fraction of your city from a Fey to a Druid, and you can actually change your main fighting city for a day and change it to a Druid and heal your troops quicker and use speed ups on them, and then change it back to a Fey and go back. You're back in the fight. By having more than one Fey city, you can temporarily use any Fey city you have to set up your, while you're healing troops in one city, you can send them to, your troops to another Fey city to be a Fey city, fighting city for you. But always keep your main city, whatever that is going to be, you always want to keep that a Fey city, unless you're healing troops, okay? So you understand you need a Fey city. You need to have all your cities ascended. You don't want to have more than one city ascended at a time. Get all your cities built up to level 6 and then go on to the next one. Choose your blessings carefully. If you're not sure what to choose, ask your alliance. They'll be glad to help. Look at some of the biggest, baddest fighters in the group. Pick on them. Ask them, what blessing should I choose? Okay? If you're in a good alliance, they'll help you out, and they won't steer you wrong. If you're not sure, go out and global and click on people and look at their throne rooms. Don't be afraid to ask questions, okay? That's what we're here for. We're all in the same boat. We all got a bunch of glitches to deal with. So have a lot of fun, get your city set up right, and you're ready to rock and roll. And once they're set up right, nobody can touch you, no matter how much they try. Okay? They can't farm you out. They can't starve you out, even with desertions on or off. You're untouchable. This will allow you to grow and train, and there ain't anything anybody can do about it. So thank God we got AP. But you know what? A lot of them holler, do away with AP. But my opinion is this: if they do away with AP, the bigger players are just going to farm the little ones out, and there's going to be nobody left in the domain. But that's my opinion.